Alright, so today I want to make a video going over my full drop shot setup, my rod, reel, line, baits, hook, everything. Um, if you booked a trip with me and you fished with me before, you know drop shotting is my favorite technique. And I feel like I've gone through a lot of trial and error on the best rod, bait, hook, everything to have the best drop shot setup possible. So let's go through it. This setup's going to help you catch and land almost all of your drop shot fish. That was my biggest thing, is just losing so many drop shot fish. But now that I got my whole setup dialed, I feel like I barely lose any fish. So let's go through it. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so we'll start with the rod, reel, and line. The rod that I use is the Cash-In Icon drop shot rod. Real nice rod. It's a 7-foot medium light. I really like the medium light. I feel like it absorbs those head shakes really well. And like I said, ever since I started using this rod, I barely lose any fish. Really sensitive, really high quality. And then for the reel, I use the Shimano Nasi 2500. Really nice reel, really smooth drag. That's another big thing when they want with drop shotting, is just having a really smooth drag. Overall, really like this setup. This is my go-to setup now for drop shotting. I barely lose any fish, and I think the rod and reel has a ton to do with that. And then right now I don't have line on here just because it's the off season, but I use 15-pound braid to an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. All right, now we'll get into probably the most important thing, is the hook. This hook is by far the best when it comes to drop shotting I've found. It is the Gamakatsu split shot drop shot hook in the #1 size. This hook is, I don't know what it is about it, but you will barely lose any fish on this. There's so many drop shot hooks out there that, you know, they say how good they are and they say you never lose fish, and then you try them and you're going to lose half your fish. This one is not the case, and I have no affiliation with Gamakatsu. This is just what I found through trial and error. The best drop shot hook I've found. I barely lose any fish with it, and it just keeps those fish pinned. Even when they're skin hooked, it just keeps those fish pinned, and I've been really impressed with this hook. And then weight-wise, I still use lead. With smallmouth, you're going to lose so many weights, and just with tungsten, that's going to add up quick. So, and the way I drop shot, I'm really just sharp shooting fish on live scope anyway, so there's no really real need for tungsten. So I use lead, and then I really like the 1/4 ounce size pretty much anytime I can get away with it. You know, obviously I'll go heavier if I'm fishing deep or if I'm fishing heavy current or wind, but yeah, I use a 1/4 ounce size probably 90% of the time. All right, now finally getting into baits. I've narrowed my bait selection down to 2 baits. One is the Berkley flatworm, and the other is the Berkley flat-nosed minnow. The flatworms I have in a 3.5 inch, and then the flat-nosed minnow I have in a 4 inch. That max scent really just helps trigger those fish, especially on tricky days. You just get way more bites with the max scent. Once again, I'm not affiliated with Berkley. Those are just, once again, my trial and error. I've used so many different drop shot baits, and really, I just feel like now these are just the 2 best baits you can use drop shotting. Once again, the Berkley flatworm, 3.5 inch, and then the Berkley flat-nosed minnow in 4 inch. Just hands down my 2 favorite drop shot baits. You know, like I was saying, that max scent really triggers those fish that are, you know, really hard to get to bite. So those are my favorite baits for drop shotting. All right, there you have it. That is my full drop shot setup. I just want to make this video quick for you guys. If you want me to go more in depth on drop shotting, please let me know. And also, if you have any more video ideas for me, let me know. I plan on being really active on YouTube now to go along with my guide service. So if you guys have any questions, any video ideas that you want me to make, please let me know, and I will see you on the next one.